Will you marry me?
Yes. Oh my God.
Church, dear world, we present to you our newly wedded couple, Tate and Carrie.
I'm single.
And you?
I'm single too.
How long have you been single?
Like most of my life.
No way.
Yeah. I think like 3 months, something like that. Yeah.
Have you ever dated a black guy?
Like, yeah. Well,
Have you ever dated a black guy, someone like me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was he?
There's some things I love about black people. That specific swag that is genetically distributed if you have a little bit more melanin.
This is a story of the day that I knew that I was going to marry my husband and that I would never find someone like him again who loves me to this extent. And this is why I married him, guys. I kid you not, he proposed to me within 3 weeks of starting to date. He was from another country. He's from Jamaica.
After having dated black men, what suggestions would you offer to white men? Is there any way to like correlate any of that?
Black men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me.
Zay, when I look at you and when I look at us, I see God's faithfulness. I see a God who is writing a story far better than I could have imagined for myself. Take this away.
He's so fun to find. Look at him. Did I feel that? I want to date a black guy so bad. I'm
kind of like a black guy.
No, I don't think so. I have in the past, but I really want to again because they're just like I love the way black guys flirt.
I mean, I was just joking, and then like you just went for it, and you're like, yeah, no, I really want a black guy. And you're like, oh damn.
Yeah, I guess
that's how the clip's gonna start. I really want to date a black guy.
Well, I mean, again, you know.
Again.
Yeah.
How many?
Okay, it's like brushing my hair, you know, like it's not looking the greatest because I slept with it like in a bun. So I was just brushing it out, and this older black man in a really nice car is at the gas station, and he goes, "I would love to brush your hair." And I was like, how cute is that? I love black men, they're so hot. Especially older ones.
There's one race you will not date.
I really don't like white boys.
You don't like white boys?
No.
Hell, they're not gonna cancel you for that. I don't blame you. I don't either.
No, I like.
What's your type?
I love a black boy with drive.
She likes them big. She likes a horse. Woo! She got this cowgirl gonna ride a horse. You gonna ride a horse tonight?
Not tonight, but when I get home.
When you get home. Oh! How big is it? Tell me.
It's like,
woo! Things that black men do that make white women fold like a pretzel. Number one, he calls you beautiful randomly. When I don't brush my hair. Number two, he always opens the car door, no matter what, even if we're leaving the gas station. Number three, he has all the colognes and wears a different one every time and sprays it like he owns 1,000 bottles. Number four, he fixes things without even being asked to do so. 5, he loves wearing matching outfits with you. 6, he always stays with a fresh cut. 7, he holds your hand in public. 8, he always makes you laugh. Number 9, he always says, I got you. Number 10, he's always one step ahead of you.
So I'm going to have you break one.
Any, mini, might. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
All right. You were holding on to your heart. Tell us why you were holding on.
You seem to have every quality of a man that I'm very interested in because I am looking for my lifelong partner, and you elude everything that I'm looking for in that life partner. So that's unfortunate.
Okay, face the camera a little more, my man, because the ladies there want to see that you're the qualities.
Not face the women.
Okay, I know. Hey, man, I know. Trust me, I know. But tell me this: why'd you break her heart?
It was a hard choice, and I did like her and all of her answers. I would say I'm intrigued in learning more about her, but I'm just slightly more intrigued about learning about them as well.
Okay. And that's
So-
okay. But she is someone that's your type.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Why are some white women openly confessing their love for black men, and some even saying that they only date black men? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Today we are getting into a topic that is guaranteed to get people talking. Why do some white women desire black men so badly? Now, interracial dating isn't something new. Black men and white women have been dating, marrying, and building families for generations. So let's watch these videos and then we shall unpack the reasons behind this dating trend. And remember to share your views in the comments. I'll catch up with you.
I'm so wifey material, so when I'm dating with a person...
You're wifey material. Say it one more time.
I'm wifey material.
Are you being ironic or...
I'm serious.
You're wifey material.
Yeah, I love cook for a
But
man.
I
I
mean,
like to serve for a man. I want to be a wife.
Why hasn't a guy, since you were 19 for almost a 10-year period...
Because I'm
Maybe
so
she's
good.
just not in the place,
Because
yeah.
I know what I want, and I'm dating only black guys, and I didn't live in America before. So when you're into black guys and you live somewhere like Russia or like Thailand, you're like, okay, wherever, we're not dating here.
So you only date black guys?
Oh yeah, once you go black, you never come back.
So
Yeah.
you've never... So...
Will you marry me?
Yes. Oh my god.
Church, dear world, we present to you our newly wedded couple, Tay and Carrie.
Somebody said y'all's marriage is goals. And I said, you know what? You right. Our marriage is goals. Because you don't just fall into goals. You work for it. You build for it. You sacrifice for it. You do whatever is necessary. And that doesn't mean things are perfect or always easy.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
Dang, girl. This magic moment. Alright, I got the babies napping, kids in bed. My wife don't know it yet, but I got a special treat in store for her. So today we celebrate 6 years of marriage, and I'ma just be honest with y'all. Our story is not a fairy tale. We've had our share of up and downs. There's one thing for sure. If my back was against the wall, there's no one I'd rather share that wall with than this woman right here. So, and I know 7 years may not seem like that long, but it's long enough to know that the storms are gonna come, but only to test the foundation that you're building on and the person who you're building it with. And because we caught on to that pretty fast, it's never me versus her, but us against everything coming against us. So you can plan the perfect wedding and marriage all day long. You can't nor won't have a lasting marriage without outlasting some things together on the same team.
Gosh, babe.
Would you like anything else?
Can I get a song request? Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
That's our wedding song. Take me into your loving arms. Oh. I love this. 9 years down, forever to go. It's easy to fall in love with a cute face. I think true love takes time to grow.
Open your eyes.
I love it. No, I'm so thoughtful, babe. Yeah. Describe the day you'll never forget.
It was an exciting day, actually. It was Mother's Day.
That was the day that you proposed.
And it was like the start of something new.
Something that represents our future. Oh, I love this. Thank you. That was so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Zay, when I look at you and when I look at us, I see God's faithfulness. I see a God who is writing a story far better than I could have imagined for myself. Before you, life looked a lot different for me and for Halo. There were seasons where I didn't fully understand what God was doing, and moments where I wondered if the kind of love and family I dreamed of was ever really in the cards for us. But even then, in my brokenness, God was still being faithful. Before I met you, it was just me and Halo, and night after night I'd rock him to sleep while quietly praying over him. I asked God to heal the parts of me that life had broken, and bring someone into our lives who would love us the way we deserved to be loved. For someone gentle, safe, and patient. Someone who would love Halo like his own, lead our family well, protect us, and honor us. What I didn't know then is that I was actually praying for you. Somewhere along the way, My prayers changed again, from asking God to fill a void in our lives to thanking Him for filling it with you. Thank you for loving me with so much patience, gentleness, consistency, and grace, for making me feel seen, known, and deeply loved. You showed me what real love looks like, honest, intentional, and steady. The kind of love that finally let me exhale. You didn't just choose me, you chose us. The way He looks up to you and the way you love Him so naturally means more to me than you'll ever fully understand. Knowing my son gets to be loved and guided by a man like you is one of the greatest gifts God has ever given me. You are the kind of man I'm proud to stand beside, the kind of man I can't help but talk about with so much admiration, and the kind of man I pray Halo grows up to be like. The little family I used to pray every night for is no longer something I have to hope for. It's standing right in front of me. For the rest of my life, I will thank God for you. Because when I look at you, I see every prayer He answered, every peace He restored, and proof that He never stopped taking care of me or Halo. I know without a doubt that you will forever be the greatest evidence of God's faithfulness in my life.
There's some things I love about black people. That specific swag that is genetically distributed, if you have a little bit more melanin, is undisputed, and that swag is just undeniable. Also, how come all of you know how to dance? Like, even the ones who other people say can't dance are still better at dancing than the average white person. What's the deal? Because this is more specifically for black women, but I remember as a child being in grade 1, and one of my best friends was a black girl, and it was very sweet. I was just enamored with her braids, because the one day she came to school she had braids, and I was like, bro, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And she gave me one of her braids as like a friendship gift, and it was beautiful. It was a moment, and I've always been jealous about the fact that black women can change their hair all the time. Like, one moment they got a short hair, one moment they got a long hair, it's just incredible, and highly jealous of that. There's a reason when people find out that I'm in an interracial relationship, there's a reason they ask me how my family reacted, and never my husband how his family reacted, because black people just love people. They're so welcoming, specifically South African black people. Like, they just, like, it doesn't matter where I go, everyone's so excited to meet me. They're like, Mokoti, like, it's our daughter, it's our sister, like, I'm everybody's bestie, simply because I married a black man. Like, nobody says that to my husband. I also love the fact that like, you'll see black people walk in the shops, they'll be dressed to the nines. Like a black man, for example, they'll be dressed head to toe, like fancy, beautifully dressed. What's on their feet? Their mother's slippers. Some sort of pink fluffy slippers. It's great. They don't care. Also, black people refuse to be cold. Like, they will not be cold. They would rather be in 20 layers of blankets and clothes, and like in winter, black people are not going to be cold. Like, that's just not happening for them. Also, I love the way black people laugh. Like, they laugh when they find something funny, they'll be on the floor, they'll be rolling, they're clutching their pearls, there's tears streaming down their face, their mouths are wide open, they don't care. If something's funny, it's funny. I'm not hiding. I can't trust a black person when they say they're related to someone. Their cousin is not really their cousin, and their auntie is not really their auntie. That's taken me many years to realize. It's just someone close to the family. Not always, but a lot of the time, it's just someone close to the family.
After having dated black men, what suggestions would you offer to white men? Is there any way to, like, correlate any of that?
Black men in general, and this is a generalization, seem to appreciate women like me more than white men. There seems to be a disconnect between strong, powerful white men and strong, powerful white women. There feels like I'm a lot of woman. I say what I want to say, I do what I want to do, and that for some reason threatens a lot of men. There's a certain type of men that don't like that. They think I'm too loud or I'm too brass, but I'm just acting like a man. You know, I'm not acting like anything. I'm acting like myself, and it's similar to what a man would do, and which would be fine. And there's something about black men that like that. They think that's cute, and they're turned on by my outrageousness or the fact that I don't give a fuck, or that I want, that I'll say the thing. And so I like that. So there doesn't feel like such an imbalance. There's definitely like a cultural thing where black men, it feels like they appreciate that kind of thing more. And so that's attractive. Yeah. As a woman, you want to be desired, and you want men who want to have sex with you and are like turned on by your strength, not emasculated by your strength. Like my strength shouldn't make you feel weak. It should make you feel strong.
Right.
That's how I think. Like, I want men to feel strong around me, not weak.
Right.
Right?
Like, look at my strong woman here.
Yeah, look how strong. I have a strong woman. That means I'm a strong man, that I'm confident, that I have my ego in check. But there's a lot of men that think they want a woman like that is outspoken and sure of herself and successful. But then when it comes down to it, they have a hard time with it. Because I think in my experience with men, when they realize that you don't need really anything from, like, I don't need your money. I don't need your gifts. I don't want gifts. I don't want jewelry. I'm not like that. I'm not interested in that stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to pretend I like something you got me.
I'm not interested in like that kind of showiness. I don't really need anything except I want a decent, honest, good man who's doesn't have a huge ego that can deal with the fact that I'm going to be in the public eye and that I'm going to get attention. Like, I want someone who can deal with that. So, a lot of men think that they're down for that, and then when it comes down to it, they're not down.
Yeah.
Dang.
This is a story of the day that I knew that I was going to marry my husband and that I would never find someone like him again who loves me to this extent. And this is why I married him, guys. I kid you not, he proposed to me within 3 weeks of starting to date. He was from another country. He's from Jamaica. Wagwan. Anyways, he is from Jamaica and he was here for the summer on a work and travel program. And we got engaged. Basically, we started dating 2 months after we knew each other. 3 weeks later, we were engaged. A week later, he went back to Jamaica for the next school year at university. I didn't see him for 10 months. We did 10 months of long distance. And then he came back and our wedding was 2 months later. And it was 2 weeks after my high school graduation. If you kept up with all that, congrats. Okay? This is the day that I knew that he is the best and I would never find someone like him again. He called me. We met at Wendy's, by the way. I worked at Wendy's. That was my first job. I worked there for 2 years. And I used to cry in the freezer all the time because people would throw their food at me just because there was pickles on it or something that they didn't want. People would cuss me out every single day. It was horrible. Anyways, met him there. The one night he calls me, says, "How are you?" Hey, how are you? Right? I tell him I'm in a really bad mood because at the time I worked closing shift and the person prior to me has left all the dishes for me. And if you're unaware, closing shift cannot leave. We cannot leave until everything gets done, meaning even if people didn't wash dishes the entire day, it falls on you. You have to finish it. And you're forgetting that I'm still a senior in high school, basically, right? At this time, it was summertime, but I still did during the summer. I was in cosmetology school all at once, okay? So it's a ton going on. Anyways, so I would have to get up super early to go to cos school, and then I was working closing shifts from 4 p.m. to midnight. So I was exhausted and I was mad because somebody left all the dishes. I call him and tell him, that's what I tell him on the phone. I said, "Hey, I'm very upset. People left all their dishes and I'm actually pissed because I'm going to be here till 1 in the morning. He says, "Okay, I'm sorry to hear that." We hang up. Literally 25 minutes goes by. Knock, knock, knock on the back door. Open the door. He is there. Mind you, he has no car. He does not live here. He literally got up at 10 p.m. at night, or it was 9 p.m., rode his bike for 20 minutes to get to me after he just clocked out. Mind you, he worked 2 full-time jobs. He worked a 5 a.m. to 3 shift and then a 4 p.m. to 12 shift. And that day he just had the night off. So he's exhausted. Okay. This was his one night off. And knock, knock, he's at the door and he's not on the schedule. So he cannot clock in. He shows up to wash all my dishes, obviously for free, just to make my night better. Show me somebody else, even in a movie, that does that type of buffoonery for somebody that they love, okay? I don't care about money, guys. We had nothing together. We actually slept on the floor for a month when we got married because we did not even have a mattress. We had absolutely nothing because I have 9 siblings. That's how I knew.
What's your name?
Alyssa.
No way.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Alyssa.
I'm Alexo.
Nice to meet you.
Me too, and you?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, interesting. Are you single or in a relationship?
I'm single.
And you?
I'm single too.
How long have you been single?
Like most of my life.
No way.
Yeah. Like 4 years now.
4 years?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. And you tell me?
I think like 3 months, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, what makes you single for the whole of 4 years?
I just haven't found the person, and I don't date just to date someone, you know?
Interesting. Okay. I said, what your own is 3 months. I understand.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a different one. Are you open to a new relationship if you find?
If I what? Sorry.
Are you open to a new relationship?
Hoping for a new relationship?
Yes.
Nah, right now I'm good. I'm just chilling. That's.
For it, you want to chill more?
Yeah, now I have to chill.
And you tell me, are you open for a new relationship?
Not right now, but like in the future, yeah.
Okay, let's move forward. Have you ever dated a black guy?
Define dated. Like, yeah.
Have you ever dated a black guy, someone like me?
Yeah.
Okay. How the relationship was in?
It was good. It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you have the chance, would you do it again?
I think doesn't really matter to me. Like, it's more of the person. I wouldn't say yes, I would like date another black guy. Like, if that's the person that I get along with, then yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And you tell me, have you ever dated a black guy?
Yeah.
So how was he?
Yeah, it was good. Like, for me, it's just a person. Like, it's also not the like optical thing.
Okay. Are you hoping to do it again if you have the chance?
Why not?
Okay. Interesting. Let me.
So from what we have seen, you can see that some of those white women really like black men so badly, and some of the reasons behind that is the way black men flirt with them. I think black men flirt differently when they are interested or when they are dating or in a relationship with a woman, and more so a white woman, maybe than any other man that they have met before. Yeah, we know how black men can flirt. We know the vibe that black men have. And we know the sweet words that black men have when they are trying to flirt with a woman. If you know, you know. The words they use when they are talking to you, and the way they say them, and even the way they approach you when they are attracted or interested in you is so different. So these white women are not exaggerating about the flirting nature of black men. It just makes you to fall in love with a black man. Then there is a woman there who talked about older black men being her preference because she sees them as so hot. There is a way they drive her crazy. You know, being an older man, they have all the experience, and I think these black men just make things so good for some of these white women, to the extent that when they see an older black man flirting or showing some interest in them, they're already into it because that is their preference. Some women naturally prefer older men. Most of this comes back to attraction. Some white women are just physically attracted to black men. Maybe facial features, the dark skin, the hairstyle, the body type, or just simply that black man's appearance. Then there are those who desire or who love black men because it's their preference. And that is where the phrase of once you go black, you never go back comes in. We have heard white women talking about that. Maybe black men treat them better than their own men. Then this is something that breaks a stereotype about black men. One white woman there describes things that this black man is doing or has been doing since the day she met him, since the day maybe they started dating. She was a single mother of one, and when this man came into her life, he loved and accepted her and her son. And that is something that so many people forget about black men. When a black man loves you, even if you're a single mother, he will accept your children. That is something so good and great and wonderful about finding a good black man. And he will be ready to do anything as the father of your children, which breaks the stereotype that black men are not good fathers or they are not present fathers. Another one also there showed us how he has been there from day one with his wife, and this is what this black man and white woman have shown and proved to the world, that a black man can raise a very good family and can always be a present father in his children's lives and upbringing. Then, of course, this one doesn't always miss out. White women love the black men's swag, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they dance, their fashions and designs. they love that, and then their good sense of humor. Some of them prefer black men because black men are more accepting to them and more appreciating. We have seen some white girls and women talking about this. Forget about saying that black men are not romantic, black men are selfish, they only care about themselves. No, when a black man truly loves you, he will do anything for you, he will sacrifice for you, he will be there for you through thick and thin. Even if he has not yet known you for long, he will show you that he's so interested in you and committed to you. He will even ask you to be his girlfriend, or he will ask you to marry him as fast as he can, so that no other man can take you, and also to prove that he's really serious about you. It's just that some people have stereotypes about black men just because some had bad experiences with a few black men, and then they conclude that all black men are like this, they never commit, they are always playing around, they are unserious, they don't want to take care of themselves. I don't know, they don't know how to take care of families, they are absent fathers, they don't take care of their wives, they are selfish, self-centered, they have high ego, they are players, they are what? But it's just that sometimes we meet the wrong black men. So whatever reasons that these white women have shared there, they are true, valid, relatable if you have ever dated a good black man. So it's perfectly possible for white women to genuinely be attracted to black men for the same reasons that anyone is attracted to another person. So why do you think some white women are particularly attracted to black men? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.